Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Innovation is indeed the cornerstone of any successful business, competing in today's ever-changing global marketplace. Hitachi is a company focused on innovation. In fact, it's the focus on our global campaign right now. Social innovation, it's our future. Today, Hitachi is looking more closely than ever at providing our customers with total solutions that improve the quality of life and also IT. And the data and how we use data. Hitachi is focused on contributing to our overall society worldwide. Hitachi's differentiating factor is our ability to provide products, services, and also solutions that combine infrastructure and IT. We call this combined field our social innovation business. Through this social innovation business, Hitachi can provide the total system solutions needed to manage energy distribution, transportation, and also analyze and organize data, treat water, and provide other vital services to the society. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Sam Palmisano, just in front of us, former CEO of IBM, joining us today, who will share his views on innovation, the changing world of technology today, and as leaders, how do we lead in this rapidly changing world and also business environment? Here to lead our discussion is Mr. Palmisano, is Brian Householder, Chief Operating Officer of Hitachi Data Systems, one of the Hitachi's leading IT companies, also worldwide. Today, Brian will be talking to Sam about the topics of leading through change.
Good afternoon. Thanks, everybody, for taking the time. I know it's great to actually have Sam here, kind of a fireside chat. So there's a few topics that we want to get into with Sam and just kind of certainly pick your brain and get your perspective on things. One is around change and really the need for transformation. Give us your perspective on kind of the transformations that you had to go through at IBM to really shift to where you are today versus where you were a decade ago.
I think how we thought about change might not be the most traditional or sort of say your typical strategic model, but we started with a point of view and after the dot-com bubble burst, we had a point of view as to where we felt technology would go. And that was a little bit contrary to the industry. Actually, we happened to turn out to be lucky enough to be correct, but at the time, we had this view that it was going to evolve into no longer PC-based. It was going to be smart things, phone being one example, and that the architecture that would support that was going to be horizontal, open, scalable, and resilient. That's what we actually said. March of 2002, I gave this speech. It's now called cloud. And that therefore, the problems that IT could address would be different, more socially oriented, as we heard from our colleagues from Hitachi, more than just back office kinds of initiatives, ERP kinds of systems. So we started with a technical vision of where the world would be. Our company wasn't positioned there. I mean, we were in not just PCs, but all the associated components of the PC, hard drives, panels, memory. We were in everything, not just the actual end-user device. At the same time, our go-to-market was by brand. It wasn't integrated. It wasn't solutions-oriented, again, to use Hitachi's terminology. So we saw the need that we were going to have to drive this change, which was going to be a change not only in the portfolio, sell things, buy things, and reallocate the R&D, in the company, but it also changed the entire operating model of IBM to globalize it at the same time. So they were the major factors that we saw emerging that we wanted to get ahead of.
Yep.
we learned you can't be behind. We learned that in the PC era, when we hung on to the mainframe approach to computing too long versus client server. So we've learned, in 100 years you have a lot of mistakes.
That is true.
Trust me. I can take you back to cheese slicers if you want to go through the entire history. We had the best cheese slicer in the world in 1914. We're not slicing cheese anymore, though.
Exactly.